see you.
Thanks for having me.
I hope you're well. How are you doing? Take me through your daily routine. Like, what time do you get up in the morning?
You talking about...
Like today.
Okay. Well, 3 a.m. to pee.
And then back down, or?
People know about that. Then I try to go back down. Usually wake up around 5 in the morning.
5?
Yep. And then I look at my sizzle reel. I do that daily.
Each day? How long is it, that sizzle reel?
It's only 17 minutes.
Really? So you've cut that down.
But this morning, honestly, I made a peach smoothie. And peach and strawberry smoothie. Do you really want to know?
Frozen peaches? Or...
I freeze the peaches beforehand and the strawberries. Put a little flax seed in there. A little pecan.
Do you freeze the peaches yourself, or are you buying frozen peaches?
I freeze the peaches. I cut them at night. I'll cut it. And then I'll put it into the freezer. This is a fascinating interview.
Each night?
I've been doing that lately, yes, each night. Yeah, tonight after, when I go home, I'll freeze my fruit. And my eggs. And then in the morning, I'll go, wow, Zach, you're really, really, really starting to live an adult life.
You really are.
Yeah,
I know you and your family spend, like, the whole summer up in British Colombia. You know I'm fascinated by this because I have fantasies about this myself. What goes on up there? What do you do while you're there?
Well, I get up at 3 in the morning. Urinate. No, we live in the middle of the woods. Can I just tell you something?
Yeah.
I'm so embarrassed.
Why?
My phone is ringing.
Is it really?
Yeah, and...
Should we answer it?
It's in the ankle of my sock.
It's in the ankle?
I'm not answering that. It's so embarrassing. I brought it out because, you know, you do this mean tweet thing.
Yeah?
I don't need... Like, my relatives send me text before they know that I'm coming on. I got a text from my cousin. Can I read it?
Yeah, sure. Please do.
This is a text. I don't need mean tweets because this is the text I got right before I got...
What is that, the iPhone 2?
It runs on diesel. This one. Just read that you're on Kimmel tonight. Please don't embarrass the family. Do something different, like be funny.
Yeah. Which cousin wrote that?
His name is Joey Nazarella.
Really? You have a Joey Nazarella in your family?
Yeah, I do.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, he's my cousin's cousin.
I see.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, so once removed. But back to Canada.
Yeah, back to Canada.
So
yeah.
I live in the woods, and I've trained a lot of the animals in the woods.
You have? To do what?
Like when I get home, birds will fly around on my shoulders and take my sweater off.
Like a Disney movie.
Like a Disney movie. I have a moose that looks after the land.
You do? What's the moose's name? Does he have a name?
His name is Glenn.
Glenn. Glenn the moose.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't know the internet passcodes and that kind of stuff, but he takes care of the surrounding areas. Yes.
So when you guys leave for the summer, Glenn takes care of the...
Glenn is there looking after the
property.
place now. Yes, yes.
And you love it? Do you feel sad when you have to come back to California?
Well, I think those of us that live in cities and suburbs, and I'll be serious for a second, I think in chaotic times that we're in, when we live in these chaotic times, time speeds up to me, and in the woods, it really, really, really slows down. And that, to me, is very beneficial. And, you know, I like to walk through the woods and, you know, pick mushrooms and... Not that kind.
Just regular?
Just regular mushrooms.
Mushroom smoothie?
Yeah, I love mushroom smoothies.
Do the kids like, we have the same, our kids are the same age, right? Yeah, 5 and 2. Do the kids like being up there and being in nature?
Yeah, they like to, there's a lot of running around, there's a lot of nudity.
It's the Lord of the Flies type thing.
They're not nude, I am.
Oh, I see.
That's too creepy for them to be nude. It's me. But it's nice to be able to go up there. Canada's a really, really nice place to be.
Are the children well adjusted, or are you weird with them, or no? Well, I don't know.
What do
I don't mean
what does
any.
that mean?
Well,
Because of me, my personality, you're asking if they're well-adjusted or not?
well, 4 seconds ago you said you're running around nude with them.
Oh,
so,
right.
Yeah. I figured I'd follow up on
they're
that.
good boys. They're
good
kids.
boys.
Yeah, I'm proud of them. Very, very proud.
They're not rebelling and being like extra normal or anything like
They're 2
that.
and 5. What are they gonna do?
Well, mine does stuff. My kids do a lot of weird things.
Well, like what?
Well, for instance, my son brazenly fondled his grandmother's breasts yesterday. And he said, "Nani booby, nani booby, nani booby," as he grabbed one of them, and then took a beat and went over the other one and said, "Nani booby, nani booby." So there's that.
Well, I do have something to say then. I shouldn't say this on television.
You should say it. You can say it.
Can you cut it out if I don't want
Yeah,
it?
we'll cut it out.
Oh, okay.
It'll just be for them.
Sure. From the ladies from Frankfurt?
Yeah.
I really want you to cut this out, but I'm
Okay.
gonna tell you.
All right, good. All right.
My son, who's 2, he saw me that I was peeing. It was 3 in the morning. No. And I was done, and he walks up to me, and just the way he said it, he goes, "Dad, can I touch your big penis?" Anyway, I look forward to you cutting that out of the show.
And what did you say?
I said no. I didn't know. I just laughed. And I mean,
Yeah.
it's not
You
a
said the right
question
thing. You did the right
expect.
thing.
Yeah.
I watched your movie last night.
You want your money back?
No, I didn't pay anything. So, oh no, it was great.
Oh,
it's
good,
very,
thanks.
very
Thank you
funny.
very
It is
much.
very funny.
Thank you.
This is a show based on everybody knows, I would imagine that everybody knows Between Two Ferns, yes? No?
I
You
would
don't think
imagine
so?
no.
I mean, I don't know. Even just the one you did with Barack Obama got like a zillion of people watching that one.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. So maybe people know it because he was on it. But yeah, we made a movie format of this 5-minute internet. You did one.
I did one of the first Between Two
That's
Ferns.
right. I think
I
you
did the second one.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
And so if you don't know, they're just these rude interview shows where I get to say things that I wonder if you ever fantasize about saying rude. I mean, you kind of say rude things to people. Like, are you equipped to raise children? That kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that kind of thing.
But yeah, we made a movie out of it. It's got a lot of actors that people know. I didn't know a lot of them, but people
Yeah,
will know them.
there are great, some great people in
Benedict
this movie.
Cumberbatch, Tiffany Haddish,
David Letterman.
David Letterman.
Yeah.
David Letterman.
You got John Legend is in it.
Yeah, John
Chrissy
Legend.
Teigen is in
Yeah,
it.
that's
I'm thinking, Matthew McConaughey.
Yes, that's
is in
right.
it. Yeah.
That's right.
Well, you know what? Let's take a break. When we come back, I want to hear the story about what happened because there's a great scene with Matthew McConaughey. And also, Zach did something yesterday that is even more ridiculous than the story he just told us. Zach Galifianakis is here. Between Two Ferns movie. We'll be right back. Zach is here. He's got a movie on Netflix. In fact, you had the first original content ever on Netflix, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think the
Live at the Purple Onion, the stand-up
the
special
first
you
thing
did.
they ever produced, and for some reason they went on and made themselves a company after that. But yeah, that was the first thing I think that Netflix ever did.
Yeah,
So-
first original thing they ever did. And now here you are, many years later, you have this show, Between Two Ferns, which is not really a show. It's a series of vignettes, interviews that you do with people, and you ask them weird questions. And you did something yesterday. You promoted this in, I think, a very unusual and creative way.
Yeah, well, the show is the movie takes place in a cable access station, so we try to go promote the show at cable access.
On a real cable access television show.
Yeah, lower tier television is.
How many shows did you do?
I did 2 yesterday. I just did 2.
How did you book them? Did you watch and decide which ones you want to be on, or did you go by the title?
I
or
just
what?
said, if you can find a cable access place that's 30 minutes from my house, I'll go do it.
You will go do it.
So they found one that was 35 minutes from my house.
And this is not part of the movie.
No, this is a real thing.
This really happened.
And I didn't know what I was doing yesterday. I didn't know what show. I don't do a lot of research. And so I just walked in, and I haven't seen this. I don't know what this is.
Well, you're gonna love it.
Can I ask you a personal
Well, we
question,
don't know
Zach?
what it does psychologically.
Are you circumcised? That's not very leading.
I was, but I got it put back on.
Oh, all right. Did you have it sewn back on?
There's a guy down in Orange County that'll do it.
Can you even do that?
Yeah.
You could do that. You could add length onto it,
disgusting.
especially if a man's got a small one.
He's got a
Oh, is that
practice
why you
called
did it?
flappers.
Is that why you did it?
Flappers.
Is this too personal?
It's the Boobies show. They seem to like you. Did they see the movie?
No, they'd never heard of me. Yeah, we didn't know. We weren't familiar with each other.
So I mentioned Matthew McConaughey, and I think in the trailer, I think it's okay to say it doesn't ruin it. In the trailer, you guys, there's a leak, and it becomes a flood, and eventually you're trapped in an aquarium.
Yeah, so there was this big water gag with me and Matthew. He's a good friend of mine now. And so after we were doing this big water scene, a lot of we were wet, both of us. So we went outside of the studio, and I'm drenched wet, and I start kind of taking my shirt off, and then I noticed he started taking his shirt off, and I went, "Are you going to take your shirt off?" And he goes, "Yeah, man." I go, "Well, I got to put mine back on." I'm not having my naked torso in front of Matthew McConaughey.
You didn't want to embarrass him.
I didn't want to embarrass him.
That's nice. It's very gracious.
Yeah. But I liked him a lot. Really nice guy.
One other thing that I know is now behind you, but Baskets, your great show on FX, which I absolutely love, is over now. It's done. Why is
There
it
are more
done?
people in this audience clapping like they know the show than ever watched the show.
You know, it's funny you say that because I actually went online, and this is why I think you shouldn't have ended it this so soon.
Yeah.
I went on Google, and I think our computer's broken, but trust me on this one. Do this at home. Go on Google right now and type in the word Baskets, and when you do, your show comes up before the actual product known as Baskets. You're like the first 6 entries are your show, and then we get to the wicker.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right to me. Baskets themselves are more important than Baskets, a TV show.
Turns out you're wrong.
That
They
doesn't
aren't.
make any sense. Like when you Google my name, the first thing that comes up is 3 a.m. pee-pee time.
That could be your next thing for Netflix, you know?
It's going to be now.
Zach Galifianakis' movie called Between Two Ferns. It premieres Friday on Netflix. Thank you, Zach. We'll be right back with Lake Bell. Hi, I'm Jimmy Kimmel. An evil wizard has trapped me inside this YouTube video. Click subscribe to help me escape.